Hello YouTube, this is the Pokemon man at Skyfire, and I am bringing you a Pokemon 5th generation Wi-Fi battle video. I am playing White 2 in this one, and the battle is against Shadowcat. This is a local battle, so I did not have this battle from any chat room. This is just one of my friends who we battle right here in the city of Detroit, and I decided that we was gonna play randoms. Although most of her team is OU, minus that Slot King, and I was playing a little bit more of the BL and lower, seeing that Raikou and that Cresselia. But all in all, the battle came out a little more interesting than I thought, especially in the fact that it is the usual Ninetales that has dropped, so I kind of figured automatically this is going to be a weather team, although it was a sun team, and even with the sun out, I really didn't have too much of a problem. So with that in mind, we're going to start with the battle. I am going to lead off with Dayton, which is my best mages, and she's going to lead out with Ninetales, which happened to be in a Cherish Ball, which is very funny. But then I also realized I thought that was going to be a Drought Ninetales, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't. So that was a goof on my part to thinking that this was going to be a weather team. It's not. So I went for a Nasty Plot. She goes for a Dark Pulse, which takes a little bit because of the Cobra Bear that I had. Now, on the next turn, I am going to go for a Shadow Ball, which is stabbed, and +2 while she goes for a Toxic. What kind of a Ninetales is this? I've never heard of a Toxic Ninetales, but then I guess if it's more focused on special defense, then maybe it is used to stall special attackers, one like Miss Mages, even at +2. I'm going to go for a second Shadow Ball that is going to kill Ninetales, but I do have to deal with the Toxic, so I'm about at half. Her next Pokemon is Jean Grey, which is her Heatran. Funny enough, it is a female Heatran, but the good thing about Miss Mages is I do carry Hidden Power Fighting on it for people like Heatran. Super effective and a crit. So what I thought was going to be an interesting, easy win, but I was wrong because I happened to be Zoroark. So, Zoroark was one hit KO, so let's think to myself, let's try it again. Slacking comes out on her side, and I am still going to go for the same Hidden Power Fighting, which, you know, I would have thought about. Even if Heatran came out, I probably still would have KO'd it with the Hidden Power Fighting. But I'm going to do the same Hidden Power Fighting on Slot King to get a one-hit KO. Problem about I'm down to 33 HP, so this is probably the last chance I have of defeating that Heatran. Well, unfortunately, I could not do that because instead of Heatran coming out, she brings in Dragonite. I go for a Thunderbolt, and it goes for the Waterfall for the KO on the Dayton. But Dayton did pretty good for the notion of the fact. So no, I'm gonna bring in Cincinnati, which is my Chichino. I'm gonna go for the Rock Blast. The first hit is a critical, and the second hit is gonna be the KO on the Dragonite. I didn't know that was gonna be the one with the multi-scale, but I guess it didn't matter too much anyway. He's gonna bring in the real Heatran, so I just go for a workup while it goes for a Magnastorm, which unfortunately hits. And because I know I have a Focus Sash on it, knowing the high special attack on Heatran and the high power of Magnastorm, that's obviously gonna be a one-hit KO on Cincinnati. So I am going to bring in Erie, which is my Feraligatr. And you know, I was afraid of Magnastorm, hit it again, or possibly Will-O-Wisp, but I decided to go for the Dragon Dance anyway, while it does go for the Earth Power. Which is funny enough because even though Heatran uses Earth Power and lowers my special defense, Erie says, I don't have to worry, not too much, because Erie has Earthquake. And Erie is going to get a super effective ×4, which is a one-hit KO on the Heatran. So her next Pokemon is Bro, which is Latios. Latios is going to get hit with a nice punch, which is +1, super effective. But it did KO it. I was like, really? And it goes for Thunderbolt, things look a little worse. Well, not too bad. Only because of the fact that I had a Walking Berry, that didn't do too much to save it. So, okay. I am gonna go for Providence to come in, which is my Leaper. Go for the Encore because I figured Thunderbolt was the only move it was gonna keep it on, so I won't take that much. I only go down to half. Well, I let it go for the Thunderbolt because I figured it wasn't going to KO it, so I just went for the foul play, super effective, take down the Latios, and I am very, very happy with this because it's good game to cat, and for the funnier fact that Providence is the Pokemon that finishes it off, which is very funny because I usually don't use Providence to finish off Pokemon unless it's down to low HP. I guess that's where the Latios is at anyway. But interesting enough, Leaper was the one that took down the Latios for the game, and that's very, very rare in my state because, again, Providence is usually used for major offense, unless my opponent did like +6 Dragon Dance, and then I'll probably use foul play on that, but that's pretty much doubtful in a sense. Rate, comment, subscribe, give it a like if you like it. I was very, very happy at this battle. I'm going to try to do more with these random Pokemon again. This is Skyfire, the Pokemon Matic. I'm going to say have a nice day, and I'll show you another battle next time.